Okay, hi, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to this fifth session of the do's and don'ts. So today we will hear again about the topic outstanding, unusual, original ways to engage with industry for this part 2. So this series of webinars are organized in collaboration with NCC Netherlands. And for today, we will hear from the experience from NCC Italy with Eric Pascolo, and then from NCC Cyprus with Panayota Katsamba. For information, Panayota is currently traveling, so in case she can't join in time, I have a video from her presentation, so I will share the video of her presentation with you today. As usual, so the presentation will be recorded, but we will have some Q&A sessions after each talk so that you can interact with each speakers. So if you have any questions, comments, feel free to write them in the chat or to raise your hand at the end to discuss during the Q&A part. Without further ado, now I will leave the floor to Eric Pascolo from NCC Italy to hear from the Italian experience on this topic.
Thank you, Marie-Françoise. Can I share my screen?
Stop sharing so that you can share.
Okay, desktop too.
I see the PowerPoint in edition. Full screen, perfect.
Full screen?
Yes.
Okay. I start. So, thank you for the invitation to in this fifth do's and don'ts, and the strategy for engaging industry must consider how the new generation consume information and convey a message in appealing way, as well as answering the question that manager or technician employee may ask about HPC topic. EuroCC Italy, thanks to Cinec experience in technology transfer, has created a free tool that I present to you today that try to meet the industry need. The free tool are usable both in digitally and physically way. The tool try to engage a company at a different level, answering question that may seem trivial, but are the ones that industry asked most often when as EuroCC Italy or Cinec talk to them. The first level I call example. SMEs they need to see that they are not the only company interested or are investing in high performance computing and want to know what the others are doing with this strange technology. For this reason, we have created a database of proof of concept that contains industrial use case from many European Cascade founding projects. The second level is opportunities. It answers to the question, what are the opportunities for a company or rather, what can I do with a supercomputer? We have created a flyer in Italian language to explain in a very simple word the opportunities that our HPC world offers. The third level is use case, which show the return of investment of a business application with HPC. In this case, we had a startup, now a company that has used several HPC European projects to innovate their technology. Um, in this case, the content are available both as a flyer and as a web page on the EuroCC Italian website. Okay. The POC database is hosted on Cineca HPC department website, hpc.cineca.it, and contains 180 use cases from Fortissimo 1 and 2, FF4 EuroHPC, EOSC Digital Innovation Hub, EWAPS for data, and EuroCC Italy project. A success stories page that is shown in the image in the right side of the slide highlights the latest and most relevant POC in different sectors. So it's a selection on 20 POC. The database show POC from different sector and topic compared to individual project website, which usually focus on a few fields. In example, WAPs for data have only in artificial intelligence or data analytics project. For a company, this tool is a tool that can give ideas and comfort them that they are not the only one in the industrial world who are approaching the use of supercomputer. If a single POC is of interest, the company can open the related page where they find the information summarized and standardized with respect to the project. The database doesn't simply contain the information reported on project website I mean Fortissimo project website or CC Italy project website, but all information as elaborated, summarized, processed, and standardized with respect the field that we select for our database. The information give the company a clear overview of the project and make it easy to compare the different proof of concept. For further details, a link to the original web page project is provided in the end of database field. Opportunity. The target of this flyer is to reach the level of the company, especially the SMEs, to explain in a few lines and I've written in a simple way what the world of HPC can do for them. The goal is to make people curious enough to ask themselves if HPC can be useful. We now going deeper in the section, sorry, because it is in Italian, but the fourth section describe what is a supercomputer. In particular, we emphasize that in Italy we have Leonardo. The second one is how supercomputer can help my company. So for the answer is digital transformation. In the third one, we have four fields that HPC can improve the company business, less cost, more productive, less time to market, and more performances. In this section is described how to access to a supercomputer. There are in Italy two way. One is Italian service, and the other one is EuroHPC open call. And in the last two section, how is the competencies, the skill the industry must have to use a supercomputer, and the other company what can use a supercomputer. Okay. The third tool come from a long-standing collaboration with a fintech startup, Action, and it is a tool that we use to engage with other company, but also is useful for Action to show to their investor that they are using state-of-the-art technology. This is the most comprehensive tool that allow describing the project, the advantages, the return of investment, and the added value for a company that invests in HPC. The goal of this tool is not only to speak to C-level, but also to technician people. The information is available in flyer format or also on a web page on our website. So in the upper part, we describe the 4 projects that Action did in collaboration with Cineca. The first is a SHAPE project, Praise for Industry. The second one is EuroCC Digital Innovation Hub. The third is EuroCC Italy, and the last is Fortissimo FF4 for EuroHPC. In this first 2 projects, Action transform their platform on HPC cloud platform. So the HPC enable to scale their algorithm, so their business. In the third is a use case in collaboration of Leonardo company. So Action applied its technology to use case of Leonardo. And in the last one, we improve the forecasting, the finance forecasting algorithm. In the bottom part of the flyer is described how HPC is useful for Action and the added value for Action to use HPC. In conclusion, the idea was to create a different type of tool for engaged company to make them curious and bring them closer to the world of HPC. The tool produced also are available in digital format, PDF or web page, but we can use a physical flyer in events such as fairs or conference. And the tool have a catchy format and try to responding to different type of need and questions. And we hope that This new tool will help EuroCC Italy and their partner, so Cineca, Leonardo, Dompe, IFOB, and Birex, to increase the number of engagement with company. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Eric, for sharing these tools and how they are used by NCC Italy with us today.
Everybody, I'm Panayota Katsamba, reporting from the Cypriot NCC for this do's and don'ts session for our EuroCC industry champions. Thanks for having me. My idea for today was to present to you two ways of scaling up and approaching multiple stakeholders and engaging with them in parallel. And the two approaches that I have worked with and I've found to be both successful are attending sector-focused networking events. These are external events. And the second one is hosting your own industry days. And I'd like to discuss on the format of both approaches. Okay, let's start with leveraging such networking events. A very powerful example in my own experience was one of the first conferences that I attended with this purpose at the beginning of my work as industry champion for EuroCC, and this was the sixth Cyprus Healthcare Conference. Apologies for the Greek here. The specific title here is the healthcare sector in Cyprus: problems, perspectives, and suggestions for improvement. And it was quite remarkable that this conference managed to bring together very senior people, CEOs of the biggest pharmaceutical companies, the Minister of Health, the Director of the NHS, the Director of the Governmental Health Services, and also stakeholders representing patients and patients associations, unions of doctors and private doctors, associations of pharmaceutical companies, directors of clinics, and through this event, I really got to meet some really important people in the healthcare sector that I would otherwise wouldn't be able to, or find it very difficult to actually meet somebody as senior as the Minister of Health or the Director of the NHS. Now, some ideas on how to approach such networking events. First things first, these not only need to be sectorial conferences that are themed on a specific topic, such as healthcare in my own example, or energy. This could also be tech festivals, could be researchers' nights, forums. It could be some expos where you can visit booths. That could be organized by your national chamber of commerce and industry, or some specific association of stakeholders, or they could be sectorial events organized by governmental ministries. Now, once you have identified such a sectorial conference, it's very important to really prepare yourself and have an overview of the sector you want to address. Read some reports, understand the data. You can check out success stories through EuroCC or the Digital Innovation Hubs or FF4HPC that will help you to brainstorm with the stakeholders. Make sure to know who are the main players in the field. For example, if you're going to this healthcare conference, know beforehand who's the Minister of Health, for example, or who's the director of the NHS, etc. You don't want to be just pass by them and not recognize them. Of course, they will probably be giving a speech. Know, who are the main players and competitors. Um, know about important associations or unions, um, and make sure to understand main challenges of that field. Now, before the event, it's important to check out the agenda, who is presenting, what booths will be there, um, and target some specific plenaries from which you will gain valuable insights to kickstart conversations, and they will help you to adapt your language as well. Um, and then coffee break is actually your networking time. So this is exactly the time where you can target the specific people that you've seen prepare some, deliver some talk, um, or you target specific booths. Of course, the booths are not as urgent. You should focus on um, senior senior executives that you wouldn't be able to find other um, in other cases and other situations. You need to have your kind of pitch at hand and be able to deliver it confidently. I will give you more insights uh, on this, and make sure to gain insights on strategic priorities, on their challenges and source requirements and scope for synergies during these brief interactions, and make sure to exchange business cards, connect, and have follow-up steps in place. Of course, after the event, make sure that you make notes for everything, register your contacts, connect on LinkedIn straight away, and make notes about the profile of each company, um, and what are the possible synergies for collaboration, what are they interested in. And highlight to your team which ones are the most promising ones based on two main criteria. Firstly, the impact of the collaboration and the alignment with the strategic priorities of your NCC or your center. And secondly, or perhaps even firstly, is their willingness to collaborate and engage with your NCC. Um, and yes, and compile a list of important documents. This could be data from the company or other NCC resources to help you um, relay this information to your team so that you can collectively select and invite which ones to have an introductory meeting with. Now, it's very, very important to be successful in these networking interactions and polish your pitching techniques. This is a layout that I have found to work. Firstly, you have a quick intro, basic stuff, handshake, introductions of who you are, your position, your institution, exchange cards on the spot. Um, Make sure to keep this in a place where you save for later and you take photos later to compile your big business card list. And then it's very important to listen to their priorities, their computational needs, their challenges, and provide very, very crisp info on what is the profile of your center or your NCC, the know-how, the technologies that you can offer, and the collaboration modalities and opportunities. And you want to be able to have a mini brainstorming to gauge the interest uh, of uh, of this person on possible synergies with your organization or with your NCC. and make sure to wrap it up with some follow-up next steps. So the main message here is that my expert know-how on advanced digital technologies from our center is crucial in this particular topic that is of interest to your company. The main message here is that as NCC, we can add value to your business. This is the main message to relay to any employee, any CEO of an industrial partner. I cannot emphasize enough the uh, importance of listening and placing the company in the focal point to understand their priorities, the computational challenges. You can guide this discussion. So you can mention, okay, I presume that you have lots of data on perhaps so and so. Any company should have at least sales data in place. And then you can ask them, how do you harness the value of your data? This is a nice Kickstarter for data analytics. Or perhaps have you leveraged AI? Have you incorporated these seamlessly in your workflows? Or if they're manufacturing a product, do you use in silico material design or in silico simulations, engineering simulations, etc. So this is a time to ask the precisely the right questions and learn from the CEO or the head of a unit themselves. And the information that you will relay to them should be really, really crisp. This is our NCC, have top-notch expertise in these advanced digital technologies. You name these, and then you relay the information that you can offer some free services and collaborate and other collaboration opportunities. And make sure to adapt language in these interactions. Who are you talking to? If it's a CEO or business person, you can use the buzzwords AI, supercomputing, ease them in, and use the right business language with return on investment, with impact, with added value, um, avoiding over technical jargon. With CTOs, though, and technical personnel, it's important to showcase your technical expertise. Some do's and don'ts: be friendly and pleasant, but don't forget this is their coffee break. So just use this time to gauge interest, but don't monopolize it. Uh, their coffee break, and be positive, but you know, be careful with setting expectations. Don't commit on your team's behalf. They need to be able to give the green light later on to set up this introductory meeting. But your main goal is to have this very positive interaction so that at any point you can just pick up the phone and call this person and invite them over and send an email and get a reply. Now, the second way that we have found to work in our NCC is hosting industry days. Of course, this has a lot more effort, but still very worthwhile and can give you high visibility for your NCC. So it does have a multiplying effect as well. So the previous one was providing for you the context for free, whereas here you have to create the context. Just to give you two examples, this was our first industry day in 2024 that was focused on larger enterprises. Examples here included a big pharma, biggest one in Cyprus, and this is also a very big exporter. But Hemi, a company on distributing beverages, but also they have expanded to real estate. Another big group on retail mainly, and logistics, the biggest dairy products company, an awarded aquaculture themed company, also a company on the topic of fresh produce and vegetables and fruits, and also a company on fire safety and security systems. And the second industry day was focused on smaller companies, but with bigger potential in big potential in HPC, in compute intensiveness, and big data. And this was in July. Needless to say that because we've structured these industry days very carefully, we were able to engage in consultations and collaborations with a very big percentage of about 90% of all invited companies. And in hosting these events, it's very, very important to structure these correctly. So this is what the agenda for our industry days look like. So you start off with registration and some coffee and snacks. You can tell this is avoiding rush hour. You want people to come and be relaxed. You dedicate 20 minutes on welcome addresses and event objectives. And then the first thing that we showcased was a success story, and this was the testimony from the company itself. And we just asked this company to feature this success story and focus on the impact and the added value for the company. Then, straight after this, we asked the companies to present themselves, and we gave them the instructions beforehand. This was only 5 to 8 minutes presentation with slides showcasing their profile, their activities, and then giving insights into what are their computational challenges and what is their vision for collaborating with our NCC. So just to put the context here, this was inviting companies that we hadn't collaborated before. These are new companies in this industry day. And straight after these presentations, of course, it's very important to take careful notes from these presentations. Straight after this, we have the coffee break, where we can discuss and go deeper and get to interact with them in a more personal level, have this coffee break. And after that, we have a sequence of short and crisp presentations from our own staff. So these are themed on technology plus the relevant applications relevant to perhaps the sector, if it's a sector focused industry day, or indeed tailored to the cohort that is being hosted. And the purpose of this small session is to showcase the portfolio in technological areas, methods, and applications. And then that's it. Then we give time for snacks, perhaps lunch, and networking. Again, some do's and don'ts. 10 companies is more than enough, actually. And the exact number of invited companies and confirmed list really depends on the resources that you have available. So think carefully what's your bandwidth and time your industry day in a careful manner at the point where you need the new clients, the new companies the most. And the way to set on a date early is to prioritize 3 to 4 speakers that you really want to invite, and confirm those early, perhaps 2 months in advance, and then you proceed to invite the rest. And of course, you have a longer list. Your short list is the number of confirmed participating companies. And it's also very important to communicate the need for the 5 to 7 minute presentation early on from the start of the invitation, and request these slides to be sent to you a week earlier. Don't avoid hosting competitors on the same event. So you need to be open to industry, but be careful in this of having simultaneously competitors, if you want them to open up and share the challenges. You can still host them, but they wouldn't open up in the same way. And a very important point is to be very quick in following up, and that's why you need to have thought carefully about your bandwidth. So I would like to leave it here and thank you. And if my plane has landed, I'll be happy to take any questions.
So thank you to Panayota for this backup recording of her presentation, given her unforeseen plane today. I'm checking if she is now in the audience, but I think she was not able to join yet. So unfortunately, if you have any question or comments, feel free to send her directly an email and interact with her experience with NCC Cyprus. Otherwise, it was quite a short, quick do's and don'ts for this fifth session. So I thank again the two speakers of today, Eric and Panayota. And I thank you for attending today, and we'll have a next do's and don'ts session in the next weeks or months. So with this, I thank you for your attention, and I wish you a nice rest of the day. Thank you. Bye.